Welcome, guys, to this episode of the Teambuilder MAC Dynasty, our Season 3 regular season finale. We got some interesting things on the line here. Alpena going into Ohio. We talked about Ohio at 7-0. They were ranked inside the top 25, and they've since dropped their last two games. Alpena looking good here in the early going, number 5 in the nation, up 7-0. If Ohio can somehow get this upset, they will be in the driver's seat in the MAC East. If Alpena holds on, it's just about going to clinch it unless Miami of Ohio does something crazy. But Alpena, the heavy favorite to win this division in the MAC. So you got a nice throw there to Keegan Wilburn for 13 yards. Ohio charging again. Nice throw. Strike to Marcus Allen for 28 yards. Ohio, I mean, they got an explosive offense. That's been their MO. And as we enter the second quarter here, Rourke gets destroyed just about by Reggie Strickland. 3rd and goal. Rourke running a screen pass and a touchdown for Gary Robertson. So no Bangura today. He is banged up. And it's going to be up to Gary Robertson starting for the Bobcats. Nice start. About as good as you can ask for the team from Athens. And right now, still tied. 7-7. A strike there. Can he get into the end zone? No, just pushed out. That's going to be Wilburn again. 3rd catch of the day for 72. Rourke just going to take that direct snap there into the end zone. Falling forward. 5-yard touchdown for the green and white. Alpena losing here. Offense struggling to get off the ground. Looking for some big plays. And they're going to get that right there for a touchdown to Silver Gold. For a big-time score. Gransky up to 201 passing. Second quarter winding down. Rourke is just going to run for it, possibly setting up for a field goal. They're going to have one more play here with 6 seconds. They got one timeout. Rourke again getting tripped up and going to lose 4 yards, and that might cost them this field goal, as this attempt is not even going to be close. Setting up a return for the Alpacas, but nothing much doing right there. Alpena not really looking like the number 5 team in the country right now with this type of performance. Even though Ohio's solid, we're still talking about the MAC here. And we have a teleported snap to Calypso Berryhill on 3rd down. Look at this play. How did this play happen? The ball just went right to him. Some dark magic gone wrong for the Alpacas. That ball is supposed to get transported into the end zone, but did not go the right way. 3rd and 12. Miles Cross going to be short. Alpena gets the ball back. There's a nice strike. Good push forward for Silver Gold. 3rd and inches, and we have a false start on the offense here. 3rd and 5. Gransky. It's going to make it a little more difficult. Nice throw to Berryhill, but he's going to be short. 4th and 1. Alpena settles for 3. So this is not their marquee performance here. As we've seen, some of these box scores have been pretty wild for the Alpacas offensively, and they just are not bringing it here against Ohio. It's a tough matchup. Rourke gets the throw off, and again, they're going to lose 5. It's going to make this field goal very difficult. He's kicking it from the 45, gets a little bit more leg into this one, but it's still no good. So 6:30 left in the 4th quarter. Alpacas charging, kind of. That's a massive drop. Ohio's going to get the ball here. 3rd and 8. Rourke might have a man. He's loose. Going deep to Miles Cross for 52 yards. They can tie here. Definitely going to get the tie unless they can turn the ball over, but they are looking for the lead. So they're going to go under center. Rourke scanning. He's just going to run for it. He's wide open. Where's the pursuit? Not there. Curtis Rourke scores, and this will be a massive upset here. Alpena was favored by like 24 points coming into this game, but right now, Ohio's up by 4. There's a 3rd down screen. That works. Calypso Berryhill for 34 yards. So setting up in the shotgun. Gransky, read options, going to pivot. Got some room. He's got a stiff arm. He's still going. Finally brought down. Alpena only 84 rushing on the day. 2:40 left. Gransky throwing. It's going to be short. And we have a penalty here. That was a good play. but we'll see what the call is. Usually downfield like that, you start talking about blocks in the back, and that's what we have. So now it's 2nd and 17. Gransky, a little bit tired. He's throwing it. What a throw! And where is the coverage? It's Handsome Guy with the touchdown. 6'3", 230. Maybe his first catch of the season for the youngster. The youngster renamed Handsome Guy. It was a handsome touchdown throw right there. 150. Almost picked off. Waterbury got to pick that off. He's going for a school record in interceptions, and he can't quite make that play. Rourke gets hauled down by Meshach Allen, who is an absolute stud for this defense, and Ohio decides to punt. They think that their situation was that impossible that they had to punt the ball. And now on 3rd and 1, chance to ice it here. Berryhill slicing and dicing. That will do it. First down, they can melt the rest of the game out. Kevin Gransky, your player of the game, 3-10-3. I'm not exactly sure that this is what Alpena was looking for. You know, Ohio's good, but they're MAC good. Okay. Alpena is trying to make their case that they deserve to be in the playoff this year, even with a loss already to a well-respected team in Ohio Western. But Alpena, they're going to have to get through Miami of Ohio. Redhawks still alive. Ohio dropping their 3rd in a row, so they're definitely toast. Gransky with the 3-10-3. Berryhill had 69 rushing, and then Silver Gold, I would say, is your player of the game. 174 and 2 scores. Ohio Western beating up on a bad Western team. Maybe would have liked to see a little bit better defense out of the Ospreys. 272 and 24 points allowed by the OWU defense. Criswell, though, your player of the game, had a very good game. And Tavion Leaf just continues to rack up yards in sim. Miami is going to beat Lake Huron 56-14. It was just a drubbing here, 632, 186. You know, Gabbert he's carved out a very, very nice career for himself in this very bad MAC East. You know, the Chuck Martin years, the glory years of winning 6.5 games every season. You know, this is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Beating up on teams like Lake Huron. Fortuna getting knocked out of this game. Fonseca had to finish, so we are going to check on that possible injury for Cash Fortuna. Central Michigan beating SMU 48-3. You know, Southern Michigan is just absolutely helpless without Gold at the helm. In sim, I mean, they just cannot score. 4 picks for Bailey Verlies. And it really has to do with the team that's around him. Like, Verlies, according to his ratings, is not quite that bad. But when he's got no offensive line, no running game, and pretty weak threats at receiver, this is what happens. Now, Fortuna will be out for 6 weeks. So it's going to be up to our old starter, Izzy Fonseca, against the very Ohio Bobcat team that we just saw lose against Alpena. So it's going to be kind of like which kind of Ohio team we're going to get. Are they going to be motivated to play this thing? Are they going to be just sleepwalking into this? It's going to be a huge challenge defensively for us. But if our offense can get going like that, Wyatt Pico to the house. You don't usually see us execute that kind of play, but Wyatt was just running right behind that defense. So Lake Huron's up 7-0 early. Rourke finding some space. Ace Adams, missed tackle. Breezy, catch a Breezy. Finally gets thrown down by Cloutier. 2nd and 9 here. Bloodsoft charging in. Can't tackle Robertson. Get a couple pancake blocks. Cloutier trying to keep him out of the end zone. Gary Robertson down at the 1-yard line. And then Collier going to clean this one up for a 2-yard score. So Ohio going to tie this thing up really quick. I have a feeling this is going to be the type of pace, the game that we see. There's a flip to JT Outlaw, who gets open, wide open. Leaping into the arms of the lead defender. 3rd and inches. David Hamilton with the touchdown at tight end. Big tight end. I like him as a prospect. He's looking pretty good. And Izzy Fonseca off a fake will flip it to Max Renner for 2. So Lake Huron getting a little frisky here. It's 15-7. Rourke, they're going way after him, but unfortunately, that screen is going to be effective against that zealous defense. So it's 15-13. Ohio says, we're not going to let you pick up that point on us. We're going for the tie. And they execute. 15-15. Izzy Fonseca throwing, bad throw. And that's Jet Elad with the INT. Izzy just didn't quite read that one. Robertson's running here on 3rd and goal, and he gets hauled down. So it's now 18-15. Izzy Fonseca, 4th and 2. We feel like we got to go for this thing, and thank God we don't have a drop. JT Outlaw has been known to do that. 2nd and 4. Got a couple of choices, and Outlaw scoring. Lake Huron takes the lead. 21-18, make it 22. Got the ball back right before the half, and a very, very bad throw. Just didn't see him. That's Cannon Blauser, which is a fantastic linebacker name. But look at, he's crouching tiger, hidden dragon, hidden bobcat. Yeah, it was a good play. And of course, it's going to lead to a score the other way. Keegan Wilburn, the deep threat for Ohio. Curtis Rourke's having himself a game. Breezy Nickelberry, 14 seconds. Just try to get us in field goal range. Looks like he's got a crease. Sets up the blockers. I love it. I love it. Gets to about the 37 in 3 seconds. Bennett Vanderswag gonna fire that one up and drill it. So it's 25-25 entering the half. So Ohio is coming into this game about a 24-ish point favorite. And right now it is tied. Although Ohio threatening here. Bowman gets the handoff on the option. Brendan Bowman. Score 6-14. Here's Breezy again. Do your thing. Just do your thing. He's got a crease. He's tired though. He doesn't have a lot of energy because he just got done playing defense. But he still took it 77. I think if we had him at full strength, that was a touchdown. But Keyshawn Chambers gonna power that one in for a tying score. It's amazing how much better our teams play when we're at control versus when they do the CPU sim, isn't it? It's amazing. Every time you watch Lake Huron, they have the best game they could possibly have. And when it's simmed, we get frickin' annihilated. 4th and 7 here. Ohio up by 7. We're going to punt. We're going to wuss out, though. And trying to let our defense. We trust our defense strong with a miss. And going the distance, Ohio will score there. And this game is just devolved into a complete shootout. Walton scoring. So we're running out of time. We got maybe a couple plays left to go here. And it's just not going to happen. 4th and 10. Got to go for it. Izzy, show us what you got. Rekindle some of that magic. Gonna float one. I had some open guys. That was a pretty poor reading of that. But Ohio scores again. Miles Cross is just an unstoppable Ohio offense. So the Bobcats are going to take this one. But Tito Ramos checking in for his first collegiate action. And look at that whip that he's got right there. 17 yards to Rodriguez Ishmael. 1st and 10. He's going to Wyatt Pico. So the freshman here, Tito Ramos, our 3rd stringer, might have a future here. You know, Izzy's not long for this world. Look at the wheels. He's going to spin and go offhand. Nice run. 16 yards for Ramos. 153. I think he might try something here, and unfortunately, it's going to get lobbed to Doubleday. I had my square guy. Square guy was open. Caught that as soon as I released the football. But Tito Ramos, I mean, that was pretty promising. You know, he's just trying to make something happen. I think we might have something there. It's a 56 overall true freshman. Who knows? Southern Michigan going to take on Western here. Western's just as bad as they are. And we got some action here. I know this type of game. I know this kind of game, man. This is on ESPNU. It's 8 o'clock kickoff. It's right before Thanksgiving. It's 37 degrees on a Tuesday night. Oh, I know that type of game. And believe me, there would not be this many people in the stands to watch this one. 2 1-9 teams. We got interceptions. We got sacks. We got halfback passes that may or may not work. Timmy Klink throwing it to Mabry Webb. No good. Timmy Klink 0 for 1 on the day. Broncos and Robbins here. 0-0. Nice throw to Copley. And look at that spin. Who knew he had that in his repertoire? 3rd and 21 after a sack. Bailey released, chucking it to Patrick for 14. So it'll be 4th and 7. 3-0 right now. Robbins. Oh, here's Sambucci. Anthony Sambucci. Or Antonio Sambucci. See, I can say that, because I'm partially Italian, so I can go there if I if I choose. So Western scores. It's now 14-3 after that. Verlies trying to make something happen. Des Mabry-Webb. Look at the dive for a touchdown. So it'll be 14-10. Robbins still pretty much in this game. I mean, this is their most winnable game that they're going to have. Obviously the rest of the season, but all year outside of Lake Huron. Like, this is the game they've had circled. And Sayopek, whatever his name is, got this guy wide open and just sailed it. So Verlies with a nice fling there to Ali for 17. We'll set up a 1st and goal. Got Mabry-Webb looking to cut up the middle, and Daz will score again. 9 yards for Daz Mabry-Webb. So the Robins now on top here, and Sayopek to Antonio Sambucci. Oh yeah, he's getting some lasagna tonight. And Anthony Sambucci with the score. 25 seconds in the second. Verlies rolling out. Van Poppen, get out of bounds, sir. What are you doing? 20 seconds. Verlies with a floater to Ali into coverage. But the Southern Michigan offense here is just, I think they're looking for a field goal attempt. Pass should have been picked off there. Verlies just looking around, trying to force that ball downfield. Van Poppen gets 17, down with 1 second. He struggled to get out of bounds the first time. Second time, he ran a little bit too much. Got to get down there. But luckily for Southern Michigan, 1 second left on the clock. So it's 21-20 in this barn burner. 3rd and 10. We got Sayopek. Got all day. Flings it. Oh, and almost picked off. He was looking for Sambucci. 3rd and 1 here. Timmy Klink just gets it. Southern Michigan survives on that set of downs. It's looking a little dicey there. Mabry-Webb, nice flip, 1st down. Southern Michigan charging. 3:59 left right now. Verlies is rolling. Little rollout cheese here for Mr. Bailey. Gonna cut up field and get the dive. He's not going down. Okay. He was refusing to go down at the 1 yard line. Bailey Verlies scoring. 3rd and 6. Sayopek finds Bartal, plowing his way through and still up. Mitch Bartal. I mean, he could have scored on that play, guys. He was not going down. Sayopek cutting up the middle, and Salamander with a terrible tackle attempt. You just got to get him down. You don't have to get on Sports Center. 3rd and 10. Verlies, nice flip to Copley, and somebody check on Tyrell Copley, make sure he's alive. 3rd and 24 after a sack again. Verlies chucking one, almost picked off. He's lucky he's only got 1 pick interception here today. 4th and 24 with the rugby punt. Get it inside the 15. Western, though, charging. Singleton can't get it. So with 1:35, Southern calls timeout. They need this stop, though. If they don't, they're probably going to lose. And Sayopek goes down. Tackled in the backfield. Calling timeout again. Western has to give the ball away. So 56 seconds. Patrick for 15. Verlies. Scrambling. Roll out cheese. You know, when you're as bad as we are, you deserve a little roll out cheese once in a while. Not gonna fault you for that one there. 2nd and 8. Nice flip to Patrick. Trying to get out of bounds. Save some time. 23 seconds. We got 1 timeout left. Verlies. Pocket collapsing. Rolling out. Little roll out cheese. For Bailey Verlies for 6. But now it's starting to look pretty good here for SMU. Timmy Klink just trying to center this thing. And he will. They're going to let the clock run. Western starts calling timeouts. They're going to call 2 more. But we'll see if that freeze works for Bosco. Right into the safe hands of All-State. And Southern Michigan gets the win. Their first win against a CPU opponent in the series. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But it's about time. It's about time for Southern Michigan. You know, as bad as this roster is, it's a struggle every week for gold. But, you know, God bless him. He's playing Western Michigan. Team that I would argue they'd probably quit on the year. I don't know. It's a rivalry game, but I think SMU deserved that one. I think they outplayed Western. So here's our box scores here. Ohio 53-32. They had we allowed 628 yards of offense, which is a lot. I feel like we're usually a little more steady defensively than that, but Ohio they had a lot of big plays, especially on the ground. And our offense did okay. 30-28 for Southern Michigan with the win. Bosco, I'd say here's your player of the game. I don't know. Mabry Webb deserves it too. 548 yards for Southern Michigan. So our teams, they really have these schizo performances where in sim, SMU's lucky to score a touchdown. And when goal takes over, you're getting 480 yards passing. But it all evens out in the end, I guess. Daz Mabry Webb with 109 and 2 scores. Verlies, technically the player of the game there. Alpena Miami, probably should have shown this game because technically Miami, this was the game, not the Ohio one, where it could have gone south for Alpena, because if Miami had won, they likely would have gotten into the MAC championship game. But Alpena did take care of business here. Archibald Davies again, sim monster, 116 in the win. So Ohio Western against Central Michigan, 63-32. This was another crucial game for Ohio Western. I mean, they had to beat Central here. Central losing to go to 5-3. If they had won this game, it'd be 6-2 each. And then Central, along with NIU, have to work those tiebreakers out. But it's all moot. Ohio Western does pretty well here. So they're going to take on Southern Michigan next. Southern Michigan has a lot of good prospects visiting here. And they're breaking out the shell shock unis for Senior Day. In the season finale here, it's always the season finale. Ohio Western, SMU, and Alpena Lake Huron. It's funny how that works. Van Poppen getting things going here with a 17-yard catch. Release, roll out, roll out, roll out, little roll out cheese. Bailey is running. Oh, he's throwing it to Downs and a dropped pass. So the elements here, along with a very tough secondary, jarring the ball loose. Bailey release, horrible throw. Got to assume that maybe slipped. Criswell, though, gets a nice game, but it's 3rd and long, so that'll be 4th and 2. They got a punt, so Southern Michigan actually holds on defense. Bailey released, chuck him one. Oh, and Johnson, he was hiding. That was just a bad throw there by Bailey. Just not really where it needed to be. The defender was sneaky. It was a sneaky play. Criswell almost going down. Lance should have had him. Criswell throwing off the back foot towards the corner of the end zone. And the wireless controller's been disconnected in a moment of just flabbergasting craziness. So I just had to show that. Oh, there's Scroggins. He gets cast aside by... Oh my gosh. Savage. Should have been tripped up. I mean, he's got like this... He has these moments where he's like Barry Sanders, and then he has these other moments where he's like Marshawn Lynch, and he's throwing people around. That was more of a Barry Sanders moment. Just too shifty for the Southern Michigan defense. And Juan Cena up the middle for 3. Gonna save Southern Michigan in this game as a had-to-have-it type of play, 4th and 1. Verlies gonna try the sneak. Oh, down at the 1 nanometer line. And an offside for Ohio Western. So whatever is half of a nanometer, that's what we got right now. 3rd and goal. Release. This time they're going to go to Brockenberry for the half nanometer yard touchdown run. Okay. 2nd and 10. Southern Michigan with the ball back. Colt Westfall read that. And it's just tough throw to just go all the way across the field. And Westfall makes him pay. So 21-7. Ohio Western. I mean, Southern Michigan, they're playing a top 10 team, so these types of things are very, very difficult. But there is Downs. He got loose. Jeremy Downs for 57 yards. What a play. What a route. Southern Michigan's in business here, guys. They're not dead yet. It's only 21-14. All that commotion, and number 15 got tricked, man. He got lost in space. So 35 seconds here. Criswell firing one, and Hilton just catches up to Tavion Leaf, but a big game for Leaf. Criswell just trying to work their way into field goal range. It looks like Rondell Quill gets a gain there, and Ohio Western converts with a field goal. So they're up by 10. Could be a lot worse for Southern Michigan. Could be a lot better. Who knows? Clink. Big run. Timmy Clink. Nice gain. 6 minutes to go in the third, but look at the blocking. You actually get some blocking on this team. I can't believe it. Coach Risby finally getting through to these guys. Mabry Webb with a drop. Another drop. 2nd and 12. Criswell rolling out, gets sacked. Gets a face full of Chase Landon right there. Sets up 3rd and 17. They just give up. Draw play to Louis Savage. Gets 7. But that play's going nowhere in the grand scheme of things. 3rd and 11. Release, firing one into quadruple coverage. 1st and 10. Criswell flipping to, there's Savage. Oh, what a cut. What a cut. Where's the burners? Gill will corral him, but Criswell is going to set a school record, beating out Barrick Neely. Barrick Neely, formerly of Southwest Texas State, but it's not the same guy. It's just randomly had the same name, who also went to Ohio Western. Not even related. What are the odds? 3rd and 7. Strike to Mabry Webb and a drop. A drop. It's just too wet, man. They can't handle it. 3rd and goal. Criswell. Touchdown. Jacoby Criswell for 3. And now it looks like the Ospreys are going to put this thing in the bag, take it home, and just be done with this. Be done with these little Robins, these little pesky Robins. Release, sacked for a loss of 9. That's Halafi'i, who's been a stud for this team for a long time. Then there's, I think that was a mispressed button. It's the wrong button there. But that's what pressure does. You know, when you offensive line not helping out, these things happen. It happened to me. It's happened to me many times in this series. So Ohio Western gets the W. Criswell, your player of the game. The North Carolina transfer has found a home here at Ohio Western, and they are going to be in good position to play for New Year's 6, maybe even a playoff. We'll see how that goes. But Fortuna still out here for Lake Huron, so you know it's tough enough to play against the Alpacas. And now we got Izzy Fonseca, so we're gonna have shades of year 1 coming in here against Alpena. We're going to the Alpaca Dome. You see the stands there. The hub of Northeast Michigan, as I always say. The size of the town is going to like more than quintuple on game days. Walker Edding gets silver goal down inside the 3. And then Berryhill takes it in for a 2-yard touchdown. So it was fast. That was flash fast offense right there. Alpena getting up big early. And contact there. Izzy Fonseca starts off 0 for 3. So we can't have that if we're even going to hang in this game. But, yeah, it's looking bad. Vinny Tamburo, nice catch, cutting up the middle for 17. 2nd goal here. Guess what's coming? Fresh Martin, touchdown. Alpacas, or as Brad Nessler likes to say, and you can even try this, the Alpacas. Go figure. 3rd and 8. Izzy Fonseca dropping way too far back. Gets sacked for a loss of 13. That's Dylan O'Toole. 2nd 11, Gransky, nice flip there to Fresh Martin. Looking fresh here. Gets to about the 10, 18-yard gain, and Calypso Berryhill gonna finish this thing off. Gets pushed into the end zone. Good job, Calypso Berryhill. And now it's 21-0. So, yeah, this game is horrible. Keyshawn Chambers, nice catch for 19. Let's take a look at this catch and see how Keyshawn even did that. I can't even believe he caught this in traffic. Looks like Calvin Johnson. 2nd and 3. Fonseca to double A. Down at the 1-yard line. Tank Stugemeyer cleaning up for us. Will you? Thank you very much. Touchdown, 21-7. 3rd and 6 for Alpena. Gransky pump fakes. Throws across. Walker Edding. And we actually got to stop here, guys. So we're not completely toast. 4th and 4. Need it. Doubleday, one-handed catch. What a play by a fellow Doubleday. He's balling out here. You know, there's rumors that Doubleday wants out of Lake Huron and he's looking to transfer up. You know, he's on everybody's radar. They know how talented he is. He doesn't quite have the best numbers in the world. He's got good numbers, but when you're playing for this team, it's pretty remarkable. Izzy Fonseca, intercepted by Gage Berardo. And when I edit these games, it's painful because I think I had a different guy in the end zone. Look at this play. Hollingshed with the catch. Bloodsaw drilled Gransky with a human torpedo. And look at how this ball comes out of Gransky's hands. How is that possible? Somebody tell me. You know, you guys think on the intro video when I said the ball just deflated midair and spiraled out, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about. How is that physically possible? We don't know. We don't know. It violates our current understanding of the world. Okay? It's got something to do with quantum physics or something. Maybe it's got something to do with curses and witchcraft. That's also a possibility. But yeah, that's some hot garbage right there. 28-7. Izzy Fonseca rolling out. Go off hands and we'll cut and score. We'll roll out cheese for Izzy, but we'll take it. It's 28-14 as halftime comes into focus. So Alpena, you know, they can play a little bit better, you know, but we show up. We show up to play Alpena. This is a rivalry game. So they're always going to get our best shot. 3rd and 6. Izzy for Outlaw. It was right there. Dude. 4th and 6. Izzy Fonseca flinging one to Outlaw this time. JT Outlaw catches it. I do not trust him, but sometimes you just gotta throw it and see what happens. Outlaw will catch the flip there. We got a pitch here to Berryhill. We settle for the field goal. Berryhill gets thrown out, but Gransky getting lit up on this play. And he's going to have to take a seat here for a little bit. And Mustafa Alcaraz comes in for a loss of 12. Man. I mean, somebody explain to me what that is now. Okay, that is a literal turf monster right there. 3rd and 15. Alcaraz. Just don't give up 16 yards. And we did worse than that. We gave up 19. 1st and goal. Alcaraz got a lot of daylight here. And Klassen, make the tackle. Grissom, help out your man. And he just whiffs. So Alcaraz will get a rushing touchdown. Izzy Fonseca on 3rd and 6. There's a nice throw to Outlaw. Just have one guy to shake for the touchdown. Gets hauled down. 2nd and 12. Izzy rolling. Maybe he had the X guy. Stood in the pockets. Cullen Van Enders will get the sack. 3rd and 20. Izzy Fonseca floating one into coverage. Trying to see if Doubleday can make a play, but you know, you don't want to test Waterbury. He's just a very good player. Clouche gonna drill Berryhill. So right now in a 35-20 game, better than we thought heading in, but we need a stop if we want any hope. And this is not that stop. Didn't happen. Touchdown for Kevin Gransky, 50 yards. Alpena going up by 22 now, so this thing looks to be in control for the Alpacas. Izzy's got a wide open man. JT Outlaw, again, just shoving me one tackle. You can do that. There's a touchdown to Rodriguez Ishmael, so there's only 6:20 left. Time definitely not on our side. We do get the ball back, though, after another stop, and then 4th and 5. Chucking one to Wyatt Pico. That'll be intercepted by Waterbury. And he'll set a school record. So good job for Quentin Waterbury, senior. 6 INTs on the season. So good job there. Alpacas are going to take this one. Not the most inspired win, especially with the way they've been slamming all their other MAC foes. But, you know, Lake Huron, we talked about it. We're schizo. You know, some days we'll pop and some days we won't. This is one of those days our offense at least let us hang around, but not quite good enough. Alpena gets the W, 42-28. Your final with a late touchdown to make it look a little bit closer than it may have been. Another day where we allowed more than 300 yards of rushing, which is a lot. Okay, those are Southern Michigan numbers. Those aren't Lake Huron numbers. That's not what we're about. But I guess it is now when we're playing Berryhill and Gransky and we're playing Ohio. I guess it is. Lake Huron finishing the year at 3-9, 2-7 in MAC play. I like where we're headed, though. I feel like we're building towards a very positive year 4. I don't know if bowl contention is a possibility. We're going to have to do better in sim if that's the case, but we'll see how that goes. Southern Michigan losing 41-17 to Ohio Western. 2-10 on the year for Southern Michigan. I think my over-under for SMU next year would be 4 wins. I think that's a very achievable goal. You got Verlies, you got Klink, you got some young guys on this offense, and I think they're growing into the role. Like I said, though, I mean, it really comes down to sim. see how they do. But, Southern Michigan had 10 drops in this game. So the receivers that's one thing they got to work on. It's just catching, man. Just get those drills with the little tennis balls, like Michael Crabtree back in the day. But, yeah, it's just not a very good game. Ohio Western had 2 drops. That may have been the difference in the game. Maybe. Who knows? So let's simulate ahead towards the end of the season. Alabama, Michigan, Florida, Georgia. Your top teams. Now, it looks like Alabama in the SEC East winner, if that's Florida or Georgia, should knock themselves out. Alpina, Ohio Western, 6 versus 8. It's going to be tough to crack into that top 4, but we'll see if they can do it. Toledo, for some reason, gets a lot of weird respect at 9-3 as a MAC team. And then Northern Illinois at 8-4. Their win over Ohio Western is thought of that highly that they check in at number 25. So the MAC's getting a lot of credit. Kevin Gransky's in the Heisman chase. He's going to have a chance, but I think it's going to go to Jace McClellan. So the MAC East final standings: Alpina at 8-1, Miami of Ohio 6-3, got a glut of 5-4, Lake Huron 2-7, and Buffalo goes winless. So good job, Buffalo. You're the new Southern Michigan Lake Huron. Western Michigan goes 11-1, 0-9 in conference. What a horrible season for Western. But Ohio Western wins the division. Toledo, NIU did very well. Southern Michigan, at least they didn't come in last. Got to give them some props there. So Ohio Western won the first edition of this game. They're going to meet up for the MAC championship, 3rd year in a row in our series. These guys have been in charge of this conference, the bullies on the block here. And I feel like Alpina, they might get the help that they need to get to the number 4 seed if they can beat Ohio Western. It'll be a marquee win for them if they do. You're going to have a couple teams that might knock each other out in conference championship week. Ohio Western, I don't think they are going to be in playoff contention, especially with the loss to Marshall on the resume and a loss to Northern Illinois. So they would be in a New Year's 6 game, however. So these 2 offenses, Alpina's checking in with the number 1 offense in the country, number 2 in points scored. Ohio Western's number 3 in points scored. Ohio Western probably, even I would argue, has a better defense. You look at the turnover differential and you look at their total defense numbers, slightly better than the Alpacas. So I like what this matchup is. I mean, I think it's going to be a very close deal. So let's just look at their schedules, just kind of as a recap. They got that 1 MAC loss to NIU, beating some quality teams. Alpina beating Notre Dame, BYU, TCU. So very strong non-conference for Alpina. That lost to Ohio Western, though, ultimately that may prevent them from getting into the playoff. But they've really destroyed everybody in their path. That Florida-Alabama game is going to be very big. We'll see if that can boost them in. And then Northwestern and Michigan. So I think Alpina, they might need Northwestern to win. Maybe not. Maybe they get into number 4. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll see you guys on Wednesday for the next video. Gold will be back. And we should have a fun MAC title game. We'll also have a recruiting update in that video as well. I don't think we've talked about recruiting yet this year, but we have some interesting developments going on that front. So we will see you guys for the MAC title game in the next episode. So peace.